Good morning, everyone. I woke up last night at 5 a.m. It was 33 degrees outside. So I kicked the heater on. It was 53 inside. So I kicked the heater on. I set it for, I think it was set for 65. It got about 63, and I went ahead and lowered the temp. I probably should have done it a little earlier, but I probably could have just put it on the lowest, to come on at 8 degrees, because it's going to burn for, 5 minutes. But I wanted the space to warm up. I didn't want it to wait a long time. Plus, I wanted to see what was going to happen. So anyways, I went about 63. I turned the setting down so it would just go to low. That was at maybe quarter after 5. It took like 15 minutes to warm the space up enough. I got out of bed at 8:30. I've been up for, but I'm just watching the temperature, seeing what's going on. At 8:30, it got to 70 degrees. So basically in 3 hours, the temperature rose 7 degrees inside the van on low. Now, it also is, it's in the sun now. It says 62. It's not 62 outside yet. It's not in the sun. I had it hanging from the radio antenna last night instead of underneath. But, so, yeah, it's, especially when it's a little cooler, when it's below freezing, it's going to be fine. It's going to keep the temperature where I want it, and I'll be fine. So, having cereal with berries this morning. You got to excuse me because I got business to do, but we will talk to you after work. All right, heading to work. So I took a picture of the Mercedes Sprinter that was behind me. I'm sure you can see all the condensation in the front window. Excuse me. I didn't have any in mine. I even looked in the back where I just haven't been taking them out. There's no condensation behind those. There might have been just a hair in the one. But I'm sure she had her heater running last night. Wouldn't doubt she had her air fan on, so I don't, why it would be so much more condensation in her van than mine was. I don't know. But that's a good sign that we're not getting a bunch of condensation buildup. Oh, so now that I know I ran that heater just over 3.5 hours, we're going to fill the diesel up again tonight and see how much we actually used this morning. That'll give me a much better sense of consumption. I was online last night trying to find a jerry can with a holder. I don't know why I couldn't find. I could find like 5-6 gallon ones. I don't want one like that. Max I want is like 2 gallons. And I could see find the cans, but then I couldn't find a holder to attach to the outside of the rig. And they're made. They're the ones with the center spot for the lock. Even when you clicked on the can, it didn't say, "Hey, you might like this too." I don't understand that, so I have to try a little more of that maybe tonight. The good thing is tomorrow we are off of work. We have 2 days off. I don't know what I'm going to do. Obviously, one day it's going to be just like everybody else. Laundry and clean up the van a little bit. It's not bad at all, like I said. Monday I'll probably go get my strut, because obviously the mail place will be locked up again tonight. Locked on a Saturday. I'm sure it'll be locked on a Sunday. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to. That'll be my day at work. Well, I'll probably be busy again, but see if I can't. Maybe I'll pick the people I work with's brains. See if they have any ideas of places to go around. I'm sure they do. There's lots of places around. I don't know. You want to go for a hike? I would like to just sleep in tomorrow. I mean, it's not like I'll be sleeping in. Just not have to get up and go to work. Just like lay in bed and relax till like 10. You know? A vegetable day. Okay, well, I will see you guys. Alright, out of work. And I got 2 days off. I heard about a collapsed volcano that I may go hike tomorrow. Maybe we'll check that out tomorrow or the next day. I'm not sure. Right now, we are going to go fill the diesel heater up with diesel. See how much we burned in like 3 hours and 40 minutes is about exactly what I put in it. Time I had in. Are we going 25 now? Everybody, there's nobody in front of these people, and they're slowing down to meet the guy. I don't understand why people drive like this. It's going to drop to one lane up front in like a half mile, and I just don't understand people. I tell you, traffic here, it stinks. It really does. But we're going to head to the gas station. I just went through 2 gas stations, and neither one of them had diesel. So we're going to go to the same one I went to last night. So we'll see you at the gas station. All right, guys. Let's fill the diesel. See how much she ate last night. Oop. Not even 0.2, guys. Drips going down the side. All right, I could probably figure just a little bit more in there. We're gonna try. Oh, I already put the thing back. I could have probably just put a hair more in there. So not even 2/10. So 2/10 of a gallon for 3 hours, 40 minutes. Call it 4 hours, right? Just to make it, because we're going to 2/10. So 20 hours straight. But that's the startup is probably the hardest on this. So we may be able to do a full day. I don't know. We're gonna see. All right, let's go find a camp spot. Make sure it's tight. We're good to go. Okay, so we just ran through the park again to see what it looked like. And I could easily get a spot there again tonight. So it's looking like basically every night I can get a spot if I want to stay. Whatever night I want to stay there. Probably be best for Saturday nights. Because my schedule is going to change. So actually I don't know what I'm working on next Sunday. But because if I on Sundays you don't have to be out by 8 a.m. So that would probably be the best night to stay there, depending on my schedule. If I have an earlier day, stay at the park. It may be a gig, you know. I might be closer if I stay at the park. Probably am. But we're gonna swing by the where I got the sausages and poutine. If they're open and they got a spot, I may stop and get a beer and poutine. Okay, there's a lot of spots open, so I'm guessing they're not open on Sunday night. I really don't want to stop. It's a beautiful night out, and I got chicken wraps, and I've been eating chicken like every day. Okay, they are not open. They are not open. So that takes care of that thought. We're gonna get out of here, head back to the parking lot. I can't believe this lot's not packed full. I guess everything's closed on Sundays, I guess. All right, I got a great story for you guys later on when we get back to camp. So, well, good evening from camp. Beautiful night. Not supposed to be as cold now. It's gonna warm up to like maybe like 80 tomorrow. I'm thinking about doing that collapsed volcano hike with lakes. It'd be kind of cool. There's lava tubes that way. There's a museum. Make a day out of it down there. Be kind of cool. So I did the math for the diesel heater. If it went the same amount, I could have would run for 21 and a quarter hours. Okay. Now, obviously, the startup is the biggest. You know, you're going at 5.4 pulses rather than 1.9 for a while. So I mean that maybe it would on that 1.9 rate go for 24 hours. And you know, maybe I'll try that. I'll put it on the 1.9 and just see how long we can go. Like I said, I don't need to have it going 24 hours unless we're below freezing. And I mean quite a bit below. If I go to work and it's 30 degrees, the van is going to stay 32. I'm not going to freeze my water tanks. They'll be inside the insulated van, inside the cabinet. So I'm not worried about that. I mean, unless it gets, say, we'll start watching below 30. Then we will start. I may even put another sensor. I may get a indoor outdoor with multiple sensors and put one in the water cabinet. One outside, one in the water cabinet, and then we would know what the temperature in there is if we need to worry. Of course, the pump is outside of the cabinet, but I don't expect that to be a big issue. Like I said, unless it gets really cold. But yeah, so I think we're good with the diesel heater. Again, the pipe is fine, no issues whatsoever. I didn't check it after work. Let's check it real quick. Okay, yep, it's up. It's still tight. I do need to get under there and look to see if the original through self-tapper came out of the muffler because see the muffler wiggles, and I don't think it did before. So the self-tapper may have come out. If it did, I'll put another self-tapper and I'll use some of that gasket material like thread lock. It's really kind of what it seems to act like, almost like thread lock, just high temp. So yeah, we're good there. And the electric consumption was very low. When I got out of bed to check it, now by then I was getting some solar, but my battery was at 95%. I couldn't have been getting more than maybe 2 amps for that previous hour.
So call it 3 amps even. That means I'd have only gone down 8 amps in 4 hours. Excuse me. I can't remember the other day when I ran it, and I thought I told you guys how many amps it was drawing. I think on startup it maybe have been 5, but then it dropped right off. I can't remember. So we'll look into it again. But yeah, I definitely, like I said, I want to get a jerry can, a case. And then today, look, I had to go several places to find diesel. Yeah, I don't want to have to do that. I know where one is. If I get 2 gallons, that's 3 gallon capacity. I've got a solid 2+ days. 2 days and overnight, or 2 days and after work. You know what I mean? So I'll be good there with a 2 gallon tank. So I think that's all we're going to talk about the diesel heater. Well, actually, I'll tell you one other thing. I would like to find a pipe that I could get and run the intake from under the bed. Um, right now, I can still really feel a lot of the cold air coming from underneath the bed. So I think if I could find a pipe that I could hook to the back of the diesel heater, or even made something up, duct taped it, what the heck, who cares, and run that behind underneath the bed, it would do a lot better heating the entire space because I'd be pulling the colder air from underneath the bed. In a lot of rigs, you try not to heat the unused space. Well, my batteries are back there, and it's not completely closed off, anyways. So just that transfer will keep a nice airflow movement. You know what I mean? So they will look into doing that. Obviously, I couldn't get my strut again tonight, so we'll have to do that either tomorrow or the next day, depending if I go hiking tomorrow or the next day. I'm probably going to do tomorrow. Okay. Now, back when I was hiking the PCT, 2 lovely people who we refer to as trail angels were following my hiking videos. And they used to own a cabin on some property that they would allow hikers to stay in, and they cooked a wonderful meal and helped you out. They ran me to town, did just all kinds of wonderful things. Um, Jerry and Ann. Uh, I was today. A woman came up to me and she's looking at me and she's like, "You look very familiar." And I thought I had recognized her, and now I know who I think it is. So I kind of got a smile on my face and I said, "It's Jellybean." And she got all excited, gave me a big hug, and we got to catch up for a few minutes. It was nice. Unfortunately, her husband wasn't feeling well, so I couldn't say hello to him. But she took my phone number, and I think we plan to get together maybe sometime. Maybe get together for dinner, whatever. But be nice to see them again and chit chat. But yeah, they were very lovely folks. The real trail angels don't charge you, this and that. Um, those people who say they're trail angels, and they offer you a ride and then say, "Where's the $20?" That's a shuttle service, not a trail angel. But these folks were solid trail angels. I mean, I stayed with them a couple days. Uh, they fed me, they helped me out. This great people. It was great to see them again. Or well, at least Dan. I didn't get to see Jerry, but yeah, just wonderful people. She told me they actually thought about buying a big Sprinter or something, and to go travel in, but I think they changed their mind on the Sprinter or the big van. But that was really cool to see them today. Again, like I said, it's a beautiful day. I do not have to get up early in the morning. I don't have to get up at all. But I'm going to research the lake that a gentleman told me about. Um, see how far it is. I mean, depending how far it is, I may have to get up earlier than when I go to work. But that's fine. Whatever I want to do. Oh, and somebody sends, men wear yoga pants now. No, these are merino wool base layer. Basically, $100 long johns. For those others of you were wondering, I have 150s and 250s. 250s are thicker than 150s, heavier. So I think that's grams per yard is what that number is. I can't remember for sure. Don't quote me. But either way, it correlates. 150 is thinner, 250 is thicker, and then I think there's a 350 that's really heavy. That's way too heavy for anything I do. Um, Sleeping in my 10-degree bag in the middle of winter. Excuse me, I don't need much. But today got real busy. One woman called out, and another one went home sick, leaving poor Jellybean basically by himself. So I was pretty darn busy. All right, I think I'm going to enjoy my adult beverage, relax out here, enjoy the nice evening. So yeah, I mean, today is just how's it going, what we're doing, and hey, that great little story. Nice to see, Ann again. It was so funny to see the look on her face when I said it's Jellybean. Yeah, nobody at work knows my hiking name. I haven't told them. And that's my trail name. That's my real name. I saw some trail hikers today, through hikers today, and they said our real names. I'm like, I go by Jellybean. I don't know what you got. That's our real name, guys. But okay, thank you for watching, commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing. As always, it helps the channel. And you guys have a great, wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. And we'll see you next time on Jellybean Outdoors.